What's the deal with there being no such thing as feeling overweight? Hi, in case you're new to this channel and don't know who I am Slick Nick, your personal keto bro. And no, I'm not a doctor, I'm not a dietitian, a nutritionist, a personal trainer, or expert of any kind. I'm truly just some random guy on the internet who has fully embraced keto in his life, and I'm loving it. I want to explore the concept of feeling overweight, and I want to tell you ultimately what inspired this. There's a song by an artist named Johnny Diaz, not Diaz, it's pronounced Diaz apparently. He got a song called More Beautiful You, and this is the opening verse of the song. This is how it starts out, quote, "Little girl, 14, flipping through a magazine, says she wants to look that way, but her hair isn't straight, her body isn't fake, and she's always felt overweight," end quote. Now the song goes on to share a very admirable concept, and that is beauty is on the inside, not all this fake stuff that you see in magazines. And I understand and I appreciate that. Of course, I'm a libertarian, so I understand how the free market works. If we want to put someone on the cover of a women's magazine that doesn't fit the standard concept of beauty, well, guess what? Watch the magazine sales go down, because women want to buy magazines with a certain kind of woman on that magazine cover. It's a paradox. If you want a quote average or normal looking person on a magazine, you're going to most likely see less people buy that magazine if it's a women's beauty magazine. I don't agree with that. I don't think it should be that way, but it is. That's who's buying the magazine, is women who want to see, quote, a beautiful woman on a magazine. And typically there's a certain size woman who fits that. As a man, I'm not saying I approve that or it should be that way. I'm saying that's how it happens. That's how women operate as far as them spending money on a beauty magazine. It's as far as who they see as beautiful. Again, that's how the free market works. I'm not endorsing that. The free market is. Everyone outside beyond me is doing that. So let's talk about this concept, as you're in the song, feeling overweight. So what I'm going to say is there's no such thing as feeling overweight. You either are overweight or you're not. So for example, true story. This morning, as I'm getting ready, I think, man, I feel like I've got like more fat on my body today. I feel that way. But then I put on my shirt, which it fits me better than it did even in high school. I put on these pants, which funny enough, I found a receipt from a year and a half ago. And back the last time I wore these a year and a half ago, they barely fit. I don't even think I wore a belt because they barely fit. And now the belt is like on the 4th tab. So despite how I felt, it's not true. I'm not overweight, and my fat loss so far is not been reversing. So I guess in some sense you can quote feel overweight, but my point of this is you're either overweight or you're not. Your pants, your clothes are going to show you the truth. You're either physically got more body fat on you or not, and that's one of my goals. 17% body fat is what I am working towards. But I can recognize that there's what marketing will tell people, and then there's actual reality, that it is a very black and white issue. There is a certain fitness level, which I think I've now entered, and I'm wanting to further down. But before that, I was, quote, average. When I was over 20% body fat, I was more in that dad bod territory. Not necessarily overweight, but much beyond that. Then you get into overweight, and then from there, obese, and then from there, morbidly obese. So there are true stages that have to do with your percentage of body fat. That's what makes you overweight. The higher the percentage goes. And it's different for men than women, because women by nature have and need more fat on their body than men, and men more protein. That's how it works. So it's really interesting that, can you feel overweight? No, but you can find out how much body fat you have, and if it's over a certain number, you're overweight. Now whether you feel overweight or not, well, there's some irony there, because what if you have an eating disorder and you are just nothing but bones, but you still feel overweight. Well, that's very superficial. If you feel overweight, but yet you're not, you're actually underweight, and yet you feel overweight. So this whole concept of feeling overweight is complete garbage and nonsense. It's either how you feel in your head, even though it's not true, or you actually are overweight. What if you're overweight but you don't feel overweight? Oh, okay. The whole point is feeling overweight means nothing. It's not necessarily based on reality. And if it is, if you feel overweight and you happen to have a certain higher number of percentage of body fat, well then you are overweight. It's not about how you feel. How you feel means absolutely nothing. The percentage is what actually matters. And one of my life sayings is, people do the thing that they really want to do. If someone's really inspired to lose body fat, they're gonna find a way to do it. I mean, just look on my own channel. Look back to my videos a year ago. I look different because I had a dad bod at that point. I could not wear these clothes at all that I'm wearing now because I cared enough to lose body fat, and I have committed my life to sustaining that. But me feeling overweight is just plain silly. Your comments belong right here.